is my blues away. And I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm not in bed. Hey y'all, thanks y'all. Hey buddy. You got cut off there.
The one time he wants to keep saying.
Oh, you smell good. He smells really good, I'm not gonna lie. Thanks, guys. Smell him. For this whole weekend, go up to Jason Manns and just smell him. Break through his handler. So, hey guys, how are you? Thank you for coming out to see me on this Thursday. We're just getting ramped up this weekend. We're gonna have a great time, I promise you that. Little announcement, I've said this to anybody that makes eye contact with me so far today. Me and Sam Smith and some other people are hosting karaoke tomorrow night. It's free. We take a lot of pride in it. We want you to go, hey, got sexy time. We take a lot of pride in it, and it's something that we want you to come and have a good time. We don't perform for you, we perform with you, and it's just a good time. So come on out if you can. So, I don't know, how many people have ever seen a panel with me before? Okay, so how many people have played the world's shittiest game show? Okay, so I run my panel as like a game show. It's called the world's shittiest game show. But if there are children here, it's the world's crappiest game show. Are there children here? Okay, it's the world's crappiest game show, fine. And how this works is, I pick a number between 1 and 125. Every time you ask me a question or engage me on either one of these places, you can say anything you want, anything's on your mind, you give me a recipe for French toast, you can do whatever you want. Anytime you do that, and actually this is the most access you'll have to me this whole weekend because I share a panel with other people this whole time. Actually, me and Sam have one together, I'm excited about it. So every time you do that, you take a guess at the number, I take your guess and your name, and you will win something really crappy from my bag. I never throw anything away. So let's see what's in my bag today. I haven't looked yet, hold on. There's a handful of mints. There's a Rubik's Cube and still in its plastic for some reason. What is in here? This is a Kinder Surprise from my stocking that was not put together yet. You know, that surprise from the egg. And let's see, hold on. Can't have that. That's medication. Can't do that. I know it's fun medication too, but it's medication that I need, so I can't give it out. See, pre-pandemic, I wouldn't even go through this. I'd give you a handful of vitamin C and send you on your way, but you can't do that anymore. I just saw something. My French Metro card. So you can have my Metro. I don't think I almost said francs left on it. There's no euros left on it. So you have a choice of winning my French Metro card, a Kinder Surprise, or a tiny Rubik's Cube that I have no idea how that got into my bag. I've never seen it before. It's still there. Okay, so let's start the world's crappiest game show. So line up right now. If there are no contestants for the world's crappiest game show, I'll come out there and Oprah your ass. We will talk. I will ask you questions, and you won't like it. We'll get personal up in here. Don't you love being threatened by the person you came to see? Yeah, okay, here are the prizes. Oh, look. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask you, if you have any new projects you're working on lately?
I am getting ready to star in a movie called Evil Lou. We're in pre-production right now, and I have to be naked on camera. It's not that kind of naked though. I was just talking about this in my meet and greet. So during the pandemic, the first 3 months of it, I sat home and drank rum out of the bottle and ate hot Cheetos, which has left me with fat around my midsection for the first time in my whole life. So I kind of look like a hot dog that's been stuck through a donut. So I'm still the same size from here to here and here to here, but this has changed and it looks dumb. And so, but to be honest, I would rather show my penis than show that. So, but I'm not showing my penis because of the rating, and I'm saving that for OnlyFans when I can't get any jobs anymore. You know that I will too. The moment the mortgage is due and I don't have the money, OnlyFans. And that's the noise it's gonna make when you pull up my page. Right? What were we talking about? Also, this is how this works. You ask me something, answer 30% of it, tell something completely unrelated to that, and then take your answer and your guess. What did you ask me? Oh, project! Brought it back around. Yeah, I'm starring in a movie, and I have to be naked in it. And so I'm exercising. It's about the world's meanest man who finds love. Yeah, and also I play an evil rat creature on Cabinet of Curiosities, Guillermo del Toro's project, and I speak in an accent, like an original American accent from the 1600s. It sounds like a mean Irish person, like a really mean Irish person who love to pronounce T's. Everything's T. Okay, so what's your name and your guess?
My name is Charisse, and...
Oh wait, don't guess. Fuck, I forgot to, damn, darn. I forgot to put the number down. It's why it's called the world's crappiest game show, in every way. Hold on. Okay, got it. You'll never guess this. Okay, here we go. Charisse is your name? Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Got that one. I'm pretty sharp today. Charisse. You have to guess now, between 1 and 125. I just did it. It's easy.
50.
50. Too bad. All right, thank you so much for playing the world's crappiest game show. Hello, welcome to the world's crappiest game show. I'm your host, DJ Qualls.
Hey DJ.
How are you?
I'm Vicky, and first I want to thank you for the cameo. It was amazing, and
I love doing cameos so much. So I do cameos, and so Cameo will send out this message. Spend 30 seconds and brighten somebody's day. My cameos are like 2 hours long.
they're amazing.
The next thing you know, we're cleaning out my sock drawer together.
You have your artwork that you collect is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. It's my pride and joy.
Do you have a favorite painter?
So, I don't really have a favorite painter, but I have a favorite painting. So I chased, oh, I wish you could see this too, it's so gorgeous. Come up to me during the weekend and ask to see the painting, and it's like one of the first photos. But 6 years ago, I lost this painting at auction at Sotheby's in New York. And I've chased this painting all over the world, and it just came up for auction in Vienna, right before the holidays. And I had to have it. So I was willing to sell my car for it. And it didn't cost anything. It cost like a quarter of what it went for the original. So clearly my taste in art investment is not very good, but my taste in art is awesome because I love it. It's the best thing I've ever bought. You'd have to prise it out of my cold dead hands. I want to sleep with it at night, but I don't want splinters. Like it's just lovely. Did I answer your question? Oh, favorite artist, I don't really have one. What's your name and your guess?
Vicky, and 23.
Vicky? Oh yeah, Vicky's my name of my aunt. Do you know her?
Sorry. Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. I lost my pen. Wait, I just had it. Good looking out. You may have to do this. Can you follow me the rest of this convention? I have a feeling I'm gonna also lose my phone and my wallet. Vicky, are you a CKY or an I?
CYK. VICKY.
That's not how it goes. What's your guess?
23.
23.
She will now be known as
Perfect.
VCK.
That reminded me of that Britney Spears song. I don't remember which one it was. What is it? Hello?
Hi.
Oh, if you see me. Hello, welcome to the world's crappiest game show.
Hello, thanks for having me.
I remember you. How are you?
I'm chilling. I am having you.
That's what I say, I'm chilling. So ask me how I'm doing, I'm always chilling. Or I say this, I call my dad, I stole this from my dad, I'm like, hey dad, what are you doing? He's like, just sitting around being good looking. And I'm like, so I've stolen that from him.
I'm sorry. Okay, my question to you is the episode with the specter in it, whenever you got the ectoplasm off your shoe and tasted it, what were they actually having you eat?
It's all, wait, what episode was that? Oh, yeah, I remember this. It's always the same thing. Anything that we eat is usually a gelatin product. So it's either runny gelatin or solid gelatin. Like when we did Sharp Teeth, we had that dinner party where Dean comes over and decides whether or not he's going to kill me, and we had to eat these cow hearts that were made of gelatin. Anything that you eat is made of gelatin unless it's real food. Here's what Supernatural did that so well. So Jared took me to lunch. Like I think it was my first episode, and it was like, we should have a couple shots of tequila. And I'm like, that's illegal. You can't do that as a Screen Actors Guild project. You cannot drink at all. And he's like, of course we can. Well, look at the size of me. 2 shots of straight tequila. So I went back a little gooned. And I didn't realize this, but he was done for the day. And I still had to film. And here's the thing, and I was already pretending to be a dumbass, and I became a dumbass. But that's not where I'm going with this. So Supernatural is so that at that lunch I had something from Cactus Club. Canada is king of the upscale chain. Like all their chains are amazing. Like, and it's not like Ruby Tuesdays and all that stuff. Like it's awesome food, and it's all the same across the country. So Cactus Club has a dish called sweet chili chicken. And I loved it so much they asked me what I wanted to eat during the Omar Manuku crazy scene. So I ate sweet chili chicken. As a matter of fact, every time you ever see me eat on Supernatural, other than ectoplasm and cow hearts, I am eating sweet chili chicken. It's wrapped in a burrito. It's in anything you ever see me eat, I'm eating that. And that's how awesome the people that work on that show are, because you have to eat so much of it when you eat on camera. During Road Trip, I had to eat almost 200 pieces of French toast and threw up over and over and over again, because they shoot it like from 18 different angles, and you have to swallow that stuff, and now I can't eat French toast anymore. And also I can't eat Hot Pockets because of the core, or peanut butter banana sandwiches because of the new guy. Threw up all 3 of those things. So what's your name and your guess?
My name is Bella, and then, I don't know, 52.
Okay, I got your guess. So Bella, let me ask you this. You weren't named after the Twilight people, right?
Oh.
Okay,
No.
you're not.
Would the correct answer be yes?
Are you? No. I'm just wondering. How old are you?
I'm turning 22 next week.
How long ago was Twilight? Okay, it's less than that. You were not named after them. Okay, thank you so much for playing the world's crappiest game show.
What year is it?
Hi, I'm Laura.
Hey, Laura.
I wanted to know, what did you feel when you found out you would be a werewolf?
I was pissed off when they told me I was going to be a werewolf. I was in Vancouver shooting Man in the High Castle, and I went to a wine tasting. Woohoo! Thanks, guys. I went to a wine tasting, and I think it is criminal to spit out food, or especially alcohol, so I drank my alcohol and I didn't spit it in the bucket. So I was feeling something. I was in a place, and then I get a call from Adam Glass, who writes Garth. I love Adam. And so he was like, are you sitting down? So I went out, I was like, I'm not, and the place was packed, there's nowhere to sit, so I went out and sat on the sidewalk, like Britney Spears 2007, when she was eating those Cheetos in the gas station parking lot. I was there. And so I sat down, and he was like, we're turning you into a werewolf, and I was pissed off, because I was like, y'all are trying to kill me. And I'm sure I said, y'all are trying to kill me too, and because especially when I'm drunk, I speak in a heavy Southern accent. I was like, y'all are trying to kill me! And he was like, actually we're not, but we think it's an interesting story arc. And looking back on it, I'm glad that it happened, and I'm glad that Garth got a life outside of hunting, but then got to go back and hunt. But I will tell you this, I missed putting on that hunter's coat so much that I asked the producers if they would kill Bess, because I knew the only way they would let me come back is if my wife died. They didn't, but I missed my coat, my hunter's coat, which they sold at a yard sale without asking me. I know, I'm still mad about it. Laura, what's your guess?
101.
1-1? 11?
No, 101.
101. Okay, I thought it was. That's a really weird way to say 11. Okay, and actually the way I wrote it, it looks like LOL. I got you. Hello.
Hello. What is your favorite memory from the movie Road Trip?
Wow, there's so many good memories from that movie. The movie changed my life. I was in law before that, working at a personal injury law firm, and I hated it, and I was terrible at it too. And just wanted to be an actor so bad that I answered an ad in the newspaper. They were looking for, they're shooting a movie down here for one-line parts. So I went down there and went in a high school gym with 20 other dudes that they had just looked at. Okay, you come over here, you can't read. And Todd Phillips, who went on to direct the Hangover movies, and is my zipper down? Okay, because you're smiling for no reason. And so like, I was like, it always makes me nervous. And my zipper is always down. Because, you know, jeans used to only have buttons on their flies. And so when you're buttoning them up, it's all one thing. But when there's a zipper, I can never remember doing it. Anyway, Todd Phillips. Todd, see? All this not drinking is really keeping me on track here. So Todd Phillips, it was his first movie. He wanted to direct the Hangover movies and the Joker. And I said my line, it was $250. He cast me in the part, and like 6 months later, I was on The Tonight Show. It changed my life so profoundly. So as far as a favorite moment, the overall making of the experience of making the movie was so crazy because I'd never been on a set before, but for some reason I knew how everything worked. Everything made sense to me. It was the circus. We're circus people. And I just felt at home for the first time in my life, like really at home. And so the overall experience was my favorite part of it. I really couldn't pick one moment. Although when they jumped the car, I found out later that they couldn't find a male mannequin that was small enough, so they got a female mannequin to cut the boobs off. And that was who I am. And then I also found out that the lady so in every country in the world, there's one person that does an actor's voice. So, and it makes sense. So the people there know what the actor sounds like, right? And the woman the person who does me in France is a woman. A little bit of tidbit there. I accept that. I'm totally in touch with my whatever that is. Wait, fuck. I mean, damn darn dude. Hello, I don't know I did my pin. Oh, here it is, my back pocket. Y'all failed me on that one. Okay, so what's your name and your guess?
Jamie with an I.
Janie?
Jamie, Jami.
Oh, that's right. I remember you were at my table. And your friend calls you Jamie.
Yes.
Okay, feel free to call Jamie Jammy this whole weekend. Do you like that? I know you don't. What's your guess?
77.
77. Thank you so much for playing the world's crappiest game show.
That one's close.
Hello.
Hello. My question is, if I was to introduce your work to someone that had never seen anything of yours before, what should they start with?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I really liked a show I did called Legit.
Woo!
Yeah. Thanks. It's probably my favorite project overall because it really was just 4 guys and a couple of cameras, and we rehearsed it like a play. Our scripts were 12 pages long. Usually for a half an hour show, scripts are about 30 to 40 pages long, and our scripts were 12 pages long. They were just outlines. And so we just made it up as we went along, and it was so freeing and so fun. We shot at 2 locations. It cost nothing to make. And I played a guy with advanced stage muscular dystrophy, like he was like at the end of his life, but it was funny. And we took shots at everybody. And what really resonated with me is like, I was a sick child, and the thing that you want to be more than anything is you want somebody to punch you in the balls. Like you want to be treated badly. You want to be treated like a normal person. And we treated everybody bad on that show, and it was awesome, and I loved it. And like the letters from people who were going through muscular dystrophy were just amazing. Like and Jim said, I won't say what Jim said. Anyway, it was my favorite thing I've ever done. And then a close second would be this show. And it's not. I don't know if it's so much for the show. It's really hard for me to separate like what the show has done for my life. Like most of these actors have never worked together before. Like I've worked with Mark Shepard, Alex. I've worked with Alex, Jared, and Jensen. I almost drooled on Alex once because I had the werewolf teeth, and I was over him doing this, and I was like, I'm really trying hard not to drool on you, and he was like this. Thank you. And now Alex and I have become super close friends. But anyway, the point of that is that most of us never worked on the show together. So, just the experience of this makes the show really much more important than I think the actual doing of it. And I think that's what Supernatural does so well, is that like all of this goes beyond the actual viewing of the show. Like you guys make friends with each other, and I see people at conventions who've made convention friends and online friends. And the closest people in my life to me right now, I've met through this show. And so that's why it's hard for me to separate the work from the experience. But I would tell everybody to watch it, because everybody on here is amazing, and just good people. Who am I almost said, who am I making this out to? Jesus. What's your name and your guess?
My name is Melissa, and my guess is 37. That wasn't said yet, right?
37. Oh, by the way, there's not been, I was going to say, I'm going to check and see if there's been any duplicates. There has not been duplicates. I like your outfit.
Thank you.
It's really good. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing the world's crappiest game show. Hello?
Hi, I'm Laura.
Laura.
I love you as Garth. He's one of my favorite. But my question is about Z Nation. I just discovered that you were on it, and you were awesome. So you were up in, I don't know if it's like the North Pole, but for the longest time in Z Nation, you were, was it the North? You were by yourself for a really long time.
Yeah, it was awesome too, because I didn't have to work with any other actors. I would just go in and shoot my stuff and then leave. Anytime you see me on Z Nation, when it's the back of my head, it's somebody else. I was somewhere with an umbrella drink. No, I was actually not. I was working on something else.
So I'm wondering, if you were to be in a zombie apocalypse...
I'd be dead in 2 minutes. 2 seconds after the internet goes out, I don't want to live anymore.
So would you have wanted to be just wiped out immediately, or would you have wanted to go years and years through it and watch out, like how the world changed with the zombie apocalypse?
Is there cable?
Well, you knew all the computer stuff, so could you have done cable?
Yeah, here's the thing. If I could be in an air-conditioned space with something to watch, yes, then I'd want to live forever. I may live forever, I'm looking into it. But I do not like being inconvenienced. I don't like snow. I don't like rain. I go outside to get inside of places. So what do you think? The moment the power goes out, I'd be like this, I can't live anymore. We had a rainstorm in LA the other day, and the lights flickered, and I was like, is it time to go? Like, go permanently? I don't live anymore. Can't live in the dark. So yeah, I don't remember what you're asking, but I don't want to live the moment they run out of Gillette Fusion razors, I don't want to live anymore. Like, I do not want to be inconvenienced at all. I've suffered enough. What's your name and your guess?
Laura, and guess 66.
66, I got you, Laura, 66. Do y'all love those gas station nachos? Or is it just me? I'm craving gas station nachos. Do you know what I'm talking about? The ones you get at 7-Eleven? With the cheese that comes out of a pump? So I don't know why that just popped into my head, but back when weed first became a thing, I don't know what that was. When it became a thing for me, when it became legal in California, I went to a dancing pot leaf on Venice Beach and told him I had back problems, and he took me to the weed doctor, and I bought some weed. And anyway, so I got high one night and really wanted gas station nachos, and so I walked to the gas station nachos. I walked to 7-Eleven, and I'm walking out with a giant plate of gas station nachos and red eyes, and did this. And it was Conan O'Brien, who knows me super well. And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm doing. Anyway, I don't know why that just popped into my head, but I wanted to share that with you. Hello.
Hi, DJ.
Hey.
I finally found my courage to ask you this question. So in Man in the High Castle, absolutely loved it.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful character in Ed. And the friendship relationship that Ed and Frank had was actually really open and kind of vulnerable in some cases. And I wonder if you had some insight, or you had a story about filming those scenes and how things went down behind the camera.
It's interesting that you ask that, because here's the thing about Man in the High Castle. They had no idea where it was going, because we left the book after the 3rd episode. And they started adding all these new characters. So every year we had a different showrunner and new writers. And so between the 2nd and 3rd season, our writers' room was in London. So we would fly to London and meet with the new writers. And they asked me, like, why do you think you're so devoted to Frank? And I was like, I think he's in love with him. And it may not even be sexual love, like but he's definitely in love with him, like whatever that means to him. And so we started an interesting dialogue at that point, and so I was like, that's later that year, I was like, also, I think Ed should have a romance, and I think it should be a man. And so they cast this guy from a Gucci campaign to play my cowboy boyfriend who couldn't act for crap. He was terrible, but he was so pretty, but he was awful. And I think he'd maybe done a couple of things before. I know this is not what you asked, but I have to tell you. If you've never like done a love scene before or done a stage fight, a lot of times people don't realize it's all pretend. Homie, the first time he kissed me, like I'm surprised he didn't knock out my teeth with his tongue. He was like, I'm like, bro, this is all pretend. It's all pretend. I mean, although I really hate the kind of screen kisses that are like this. I think you have to use a little tongue. But homie was going to town on me there. I know you didn't ask that, but I had to tell it. What's your name and your guess?
My name is Michelle, and my guess is 78.
I wonder whatever happened to that guy. His father owned Canadian Starbucks, but not Starbucks. It was called like something coffee, Pine Coffee, I don't know. Wait, what was your guess? 78. 78. Oh, where are you from? Who said 78 down here? Where are you from? Who said that?
I did.
Who?
No, he's talking about one of the Brits.
Where are you from? I'm gonna Oprah you. I'll come out there. Hi.
Like he's talking to
Yeah, where are you from?
Originally Scotland, but I live in London.
Perfect. That's all I wanted to know. Why'd you make it so hard for me? No, I was talking to you. Do you all have those kind of accents? So you're the only person that talk like that. I love it, by the way. By the way, I lived in England for 7 years, and I've been watching EastEnders since 1990 something. Whatever, I've been watching it for as long as whatever year makes me still be 38. So I don't want to do that math right now in front of a crowd. So here's the thing about being 38. So about once every couple of months, I am clickbait for BuzzFeed. They love messing with me. It's always like, what 20 actors died this year and you didn't know about? Or what 20 actors got divorced and it wrecked their lives? It's always like that. So one day I woke up, well actually I don't wake up. My mother sends this to me at like 8 o'clock in the morning my time. I'm like, Debbie, can you not wait till 11 o'clock to say somebody's making fun of me? So anyway, and everybody does this. We seen you on BuzzFeed. I'm like, yeah, it's Saw, and leave me alone. And so, anyway, so one day I woke up, and my mom's like, so they said, what 20 actors, wait, what was I talking about?
38. Age.
Oh, 38. No. This is, and he said, yeah, actually that's another story. No, this was a different BuzzFeed. This BuzzFeed said, what 20 actors couldn't go anywhere 20 years ago, meaning that I'm not famous anymore, right? So it was like this, 20 years ago, an 18-year-old DJ Qualls couldn't go anywhere, but now, you know, he works at Pick and Save or whatever. But they made some shit up. But then I did this. 18 plus 20 is 38. I'm 38! They've made me 38! And I am not 38. So now I love BuzzFeed, because it's in print. I'm 38 years old. DJ Qualls, 38. Where was I? Oh wait, did I write anybody's name down?
No.
Okay, perfect. So I'm square, right? I don't have to go back to ask anybody anything? No. I'm 38. Hello.
Hi, okay. So my question is, did you really kill the tooth fairy? I'm kidding.
I did really kill the tooth fairy.
I knew it. If you, like, which Winchester is your favorite? Like, Dean, Mary, or Sam? And, like, you could base it off of them in real life.
Who do I like better in real life? Are you asking me that? I like Sam better, but Jared's a better kisser. No, Actually, I can't lie. Sam Smith is one of my best friends in the whole world. And so if I'm playing favorites, it would be Sam. But Jared is a really good kisser. Okay, so I can't believe you just pulled that out there. You should have a talk show. I thought I was cold. You just opened me yourself. So tell me, what's your name and your guess?
I'm doing that to everybody. My name is Skylar, Skylar.
Awesome.
And the number, 28.
28? I got you. Here's the thing, I actually don't mind my feet being put to the fire. This is the right time to ask me those kind of questions, because the thing is, I will answer anything, really. I really don't, I'm an open book, so you get me. You get me, I'll be at the craps table later. Hello.
Hi, it's Janessa.
Hi, Janessa.
Hi. Okay, so I noticed that in the show they have a lot of gremlins. And one of the gremlins that the guys are driving on the one episode, you walk out and you say, "Hey, nice car." Is that your car? Because it's the same car that you drive in All About Steve.
In All About Steve. No, it's not my car, but I want one of those so bad. They're such big, we're talking about Gremlin the car. They're such pieces of crap, but I love them. They're so ugly. I had a dog that was born with too much water on his brain. He could only walk in a circle. He was a Chihuahua and his forehead was flat, and people literally would look at him like this. Oh! He was so ugly, but I loved him. I love ugly things. I love ugly cars. Not so much on the ugly men, but you know how that is. But yeah, it was not my car. But I think my body type screams Gremlin. When you think of me, think Gremlin. What's your name and your guess?
Janessa, and
That's
I guess
right.
since somebody stole my number, I'm gonna go with 69.
There's one in every crowd, and it could be that for all we know. Thank you so much, Janessa. Isn't this fun? We're having a great time. How's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
This is my first convention.
Welcome. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna be tired on Sunday, or either that or we haven't done our jobs.
Okay, I loved you on Road Trip, and of course I love your character as Garth.
Thank you so
I
much.
wanted to know which were your favorite scenes you made for each one.
Okay, my favorite scene in Supernatural was probably the drinking the beer in one go. It's so fun to pretend. Like, I thought so Party on Garth is my favorite episode because it was the most fun to shoot. I mean, my favorite sentimental episode was the last one, was Hero's Journey. But probably my favorite scene was probably, well, definitely is when Garth confronts Dean about him thinking that he has a monopoly on Bobby. And he was like, he belonged to all of us. It was a really powerful scene that sort of broke both of us up when we did it. It was a really great scene, and I really enjoyed that stuff. And the thing is, when you have a character that provides so much levity, to have that moment that grounds him and makes him real. And the thing is, it really showed about Garth is that he will be the brunt of your joke willingly, and he'll go along with that. But there's a limit when you start talking about people that he loves, and he thought that Dean was overstepping the line, and I thought that was dope, and it was fun to play. And what was there another thing you asked me?
The road trip.
A road trip. The dance was not my favorite. The love scene was uncomfortable. Let me think. What did I like about that movie? I really liked. Okay, so there's an Easter egg in that movie that was my favorite day. I'd always had a dream to be an extra in my own movie. Like, I'm in a scene and I walk past myself, or walk past the other person, you know what I mean? Because they're shooting me over here, and then I'm dressed as somebody else, and then I walk past that. So I got to do that in Road Trip. I'm actually driving a car, and I pass the bus and do that. And I'm dressed, and I'm completely in a costume that doesn't look like me. And so that was a really fun day. Yeah. Little Easter egg, little fun thing. So what's your name and your guess?
My name's Jeanette, and my guess is 23.
Awesome. Oh, wait, somebody already guessed 23. And I'm really on it right now, because usually I don't catch that.
11.
Okay, so I'm really not on it because I've forgotten your name. Jeanette. Okay, Jeanette 11.
No one knows how to spell it. Jeannettn.
I got you. And 11, nobody has guessed 11 yet. Okay, perfect, awesome, thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Cassie, and I realized that once you reach a certain age, people stop asking important questions like how fast your shoes are. So I would like to ask you, what is your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur. I like a Stegosaurus. I'm a big Stegosaurus fan. Also, whatever that little thing that has the, like when homie's in the van. What's his name, Nedry? Dennis Nedry's in the van. That is a badass little dinosaur. Yeah, like he's like, oh, get out of here! You look like. I like that dinosaur, but I don't know what he's called. Does anybody here know what it's called? A Dilophosaurus. I like a Dilophosaurus. Thank you so much. What's your name and your guess? But a Stegosaurus? I really like a Stegosaurus. Wait, is that the one with the big thing? Oh, a Triceratops. Yeah. I had a Mickey Mouse record player as a child that I played the soundtrack to Flash Gordon on. You think I'm thinking about dinosaurs? I had bigger fish to fry. And the neighbor boys used to throw rocks at me. I'd be on there singing Queen and my Mickey Mouse. Dude, I'm telling you, being gay is genetic. So what's your name and your guess?
Cassandra. And 4.
4. Awesome. Thank you so much, Cassandra. Hello.
Hey, DJ.
That's my brother.
My name is Steven. I just wanted to ask you about your experience working with Jorge Garcia in Everybody Hates Hugo.
Oh, I love Jorge.
So what was your favorite part of working with him, and what would you do if your best friend won the lottery?
So Jorge and I so we knew each other before Lost. Jorge and I did a movie that nobody saw, a tiny independent film called Little Athens. And it was like Michael Pena, like just so many now famous actors were in that movie. And Jorge and I played buddies in that. And when they were casting Johnny for Lost, they asked him was there anybody he wanted to play with. And so he was like, yeah, DJ Qualls, bring him out. And so he got me that part. And so originally oh, you can't film this. Okay, I want to tell you some stuff. So really don't film this. I'm not joking. I could get sued for this. Please, please, please promise it stays in this room. Do I get everybody promise? So so me and Katie Seagal went down there to shoot this episode. It's not what you asked, but it's better. With Jorge's what's his character's name? With Hurley's girlfriend. Originally, he kills himself. He hangs himself. I know, it was dark. And the thing is, they realized that it would make the show unpopular. They would make the character unpopular if the guy from Road Trip hung himself because he won the lottery. so they cut it. But if my best friend won the lottery, I'd be happy for them. I'm always happy when my friends do well. And then I would ask them to buy me things, like a normal person. Wouldn't you? So, hey buddy, what's your name and your guess?
Steven, 99.
Oh yeah, Steven, I remember you. 99. See, here's the thing. Y'all look like outlines to me up here. Like I can see very little. It's because of the lights and because I'm old. Hello.
I thought you were 38.
I'm 38. DJ Qualls, I'm a 38.
So my question is, do you have any fun or funny stories from the set of The New Guy?
Yeah, I do. There's a lot. So there's a scene where I'm riding mechanics. It's for The New Guy, right? There's a scene where I'm riding a mechanical bull, and so but the action was like this girl is working the joystick, and then I'm on for a while, and then I get thrown off the bull, right? And so the stunt was that they would jerk me around for a while, and then I would have a harness on that would just pull me up out of frame, and somebody else would fly forward, and they would just splice it together, right? Somebody wearing a wig that looks like me would just fly forward over the thing so I don't get hurt. Well, the stunt person came out, and we were shooting in Texas, and nobody, I guess no person in Texas in the history of filmmaking has ever been my size. So they brought me an adult size harness, and I should have had a child's harness, sadly. And so they put this harness on underneath, like over your underwear, but under your pants, and then they cut a hole out of your shirt to pull you up. It's like you know those things when your keys are on like a, it's like one of those. What's it called?
Retractable.
It's a retractable. Anyway, but the harness was too big, and the harness is here. So during one of the takes, one of my balls slipped down between the harness, and it hurt so bad. So anyway, it's very not funny, but here's the thing. The funny thing was the footage. Because we do the stunt, I pulled up out of frame, and then you hear this. Give it up! And you hear the director go, "You're off camera, stop acting." And I was like, "Give it up! So that's something funny that happened. Oh, and also when Vanilla Ice came on set, the manager came ahead of him and said this: "Whatever you do, do not go dum 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 to dum dum." And I couldn't stop doing it. Every time I was around him, dum 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 da dum. And he caught me doing it several times. We're friends now. Well, we're friends for a while, but then I think he robbed somebody's house. He did though. He had a home improvement show and then robbed somebody's house. His name is Rob Van Winkle. Rob, I hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Dum 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 da dum. You can't tell me not to do something, and because it's not that I am defiant. I am defiant, but it's also if you tell me not to do something, I can't stop thinking about it. Like I know that I can't do that, and even if I don't want to hurt Rob Van Winkle's feelings. He suffered enough. But if you tell me I can't do it, that means every time I now associate your face with dum 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 dum, and so I kept doing it. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hi. Did you get the other person's name and guess?
No, did I? Did I not?
You skipped me.
Oh, wait, was I talking to you? Okay. Y'all are just, you're backlit. You're just silhouettes to me. Thank you so much. Was that your question? That was a good one. You get 2 guesses. Hi. What's your guess and your name?
My name is Frankie, and my guess is 67.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I'm not really detail-oriented. Thank you, Frankie.
Hi. My question for you, I think you just mentioned the episode, I think it was Hero's Journey. That was the one where Werewolf Dentist puts Dean under to fix his teeth, right?
I can tell you, poking around in your friend's mouth is not as comfortable as you think it is. It's just not. But we're professionals and I did it.
So my question, I've been thinking about season 15 a lot, and it feels like a lot of things were sort of just like thrown at the walls just for fun. Like we finally got to see Jensen actually sing. We got to see you and Jensen do a tap dance routine.
Yeah.
So like,
it was horrifying to me.
How did that get to come about? I've been thinking about that tap dance routine for ages now.
They asked me if I could dance. I told them I could dance. I didn't know it was choreographed dance. And then I got there, it was a 3-minute routine and I lost my mind. And then me and Jensen worked it out. What's your name and your guess?
I'm Erin, and my guess is 43.
43? You did not win. But thank you for playing the world's crappiest game show. Do you know who did win? The number was 31. So I think the person that won, 28 maybe? Yeah, the person that won was Skylar. Skylar asked me the hard-hitting question about who I like best on the show. And it's Sam. Thank you guys so much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Skylar, come up. Thanks, guys. Give it up for DJ Qualls.
Doing a great job, Liz. So, how's this Thursday shaping up, huh? You guys having a good time? Solid. Our next guest